Welcome to Psych Street. Have you ever wondered why certain individuals seem to lack empathy and show no remorse for their wrongdoings? This question brings us to the intricate and often misinterpreted world of sociopathy. A sociopath is not necessarily a villain from a crime movie, but rather an everyday person who lives among us, frequently blending in unnoticed. Sociopathy, a term often used interchangeably with antisocial personality disorder, is estimated to impact around 1 to 4% of the population. But remember, it's not about the statistics. It's about comprehending the human psyche. Sociopathy is typified by a disregard for others' emotions, an absence of regret or shame, manipulative actions, unchecked self-centeredness, and the capacity to deceive to fulfill one's objectives. Media and pop culture have frequently portrayed a skewed image of sociopathy, demonstrating an excessively dramatic or oversimplified depiction. The truth, as always, is much more intricate. Today we immerse ourselves in the fascinating realm of sociopathy, examining 7 unique characteristics that define sociopaths. First on our list is superficial charm, an intriguing quality of sociopaths. This allure can be quite captivating, almost magnetic. Sociopaths often exude charm that is friendly, engaging, and seemingly genuine. They're typically great talkers, able to tell a captivating story or share an interesting fact with ease. They may appear to be the life of the party, drawing others in with their charisma and apparent sincerity. However, upon closer inspection, this charm often lacks depth. It's like a beautiful painting that, when viewed up close, reveals itself to be merely a clever facade. The sociopath's charm is typically skin-deep, devoid of genuine emotion or sincerity. It's a tool, a strategy they employ to manipulate others, to draw them in and gain their trust. Examples of superficial charm are abundant. The sociopath might be the coworker who always has a compliment at the ready, or the friend who seems to know just what to say to make you feel good. While their charm may be captivating, it's important to remember it's often a means to an end for sociopaths. Secondly, sociopaths are often highly manipulative. They are masters of deception and can twist reality to suit their needs. One such tactic is gaslighting, where they manipulate others into questioning their own sanity. They use lies, denial, and contradiction to create an alternate reality where they are always right. Another trick in their manipulative arsenal is the use of emotional blackmail. They exploit the emotions of others to control and dominate them. They might use threats, guilt, or shame to make others do their bidding. It's a powerful manipulation tool that can leave a person feeling trapped and powerless. Sociopaths also have an uncanny ability to lie. Their lies are often elaborate and convincing, making it difficult for others to discern the truth. They use this skill to manipulate others, create confusion, and maintain control. So beware of manipulative behavior, as it's a classic sign of sociopathy. Another hallmark trait of sociopathy is a lack of remorse or guilt. This is not simply about failing to say sorry when they've done something wrong. It's a profound inability to feel any guilt or remorse for their actions, regardless of the pain or harm they cause others. This lack of emotional response is deeply embedded in their psyche, making it a consistent and pervasive aspect of their behavior. But what does this mean for their interactions and relationships? Well, without the restraining force of guilt, a sociopath is free to act without considering the emotional consequences for others. They can lie, cheat, manipulate, and harm without feeling any inner conflict or regret. This can lead to destructive patterns of behavior, damaging relationships and causing significant harm to those around them. The absence of guilt or remorse allows sociopaths to act in ways most people would find unthinkable. It's a chilling aspect of their character, one that further separates them from societal norms and expectations. Scene script. Traits 4, 5, and 6 are impulsivity, irresponsibility, and pathological lying. Let's delve into these traits, starting with impulsivity. Picture someone who acts on a whim without any forethought or consideration for the potential consequences. This is a common behavior in sociopaths. They're like a car without brakes, speeding down a hill, oblivious to the danger ahead. Their impulsive actions often lead to unstable situations, whether it's a broken relationship, job loss, or legal trouble. Now let's talk about irresponsibility. Sociopaths have a remarkable ability to shirk responsibility. When things go wrong, as they often do due to their impulsive behavior, sociopaths don't typically stand up and take the blame. Instead, they find a way to shift the responsibility onto others. They have an uncanny knack for dodging accountability, leaving a trail of chaos in their wake. Finally, we come to pathological lying. This trait is perhaps the most insidious of all. Sociopaths are masters of deception. They weave intricate webs of lies, not just to cover up their irresponsible and impulsive actions, but also to manipulate and control others. The lies can range from minor fabrications to grandiose tales that are far from the truth. And what's more, sociopaths tell these lies with such conviction that they can often convince others, and sometimes even themselves, that the falsehoods are real. But why do sociopaths lie so much? The answer is complex. Some do it to gain power over others, some to hide their true selves, and others simply because they find it thrilling. Regardless of the reason, the result is the same: a trail of deceit that can cause immense damage to those who trust the sociopath. These traits, impulsivity, irresponsibility, and pathological lying, combined, make it difficult for sociopaths to maintain stable relationships and careers. They're like a storm that leaves destruction in its path, often without any remorse or empathy for those who get caught in their downpour. The seventh and final trait we'll discuss today is a lack of empathy. Empathy, an ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is often missing in a sociopath's emotional toolkit. This absence does not mean they can't recognize others' emotions. They can, but they struggle to relate to these feelings on a personal level. Imagine watching a movie without sound. You can see the actors' expressions, you understand the story, but you miss the emotional depth that the dialogue and soundtrack provide. That's how sociopaths experience empathy. They see the emotion, but fail to feel it. This lack of empathy influences their interactions with others profoundly. They may come across as cold, detached, or uncaring even when those around them are in distress. It's not that they take pleasure in others' pain, although some might. It's more that they don't comprehend why it should matter to them. This lack of empathy often isolates sociopaths from emotional connections with others. To recap, we've explored 7 distinct traits of sociopathy. Firstly, we delved into the superficial charm, a deceptive veneer used to mask ulterior motives. This is often the first warning sign, as no one can be charming all the time, except if it's a means to an end. Next, we unraveled the manipulative behavior, where the sociopath bends people and situations to their advantage, often disregarding the feelings or welfare of others. Thirdly, we explored the chilling lack of remorse or guilt. They do not feel bad about their actions, even if they hurt others. The fourth trait we examined was the trifecta of impulsivity, irresponsibility, and pathological lying. This trio often leads to a chaotic lifestyle and a trail of broken promises. Finally, we discussed the lack of empathy, the inability to feel or understand others' emotions, which is perhaps the most alienating trait of all. Understanding these traits can help us identify and navigate interactions with potential sociopaths in our lives. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to Psych Street.